Ransomware groups often demand Bitcoin because value can move across borders without a bank authorizing each transaction. But the same system that moves the payment also creates a public record that can remain visible for years. Why Bitcoin ransoms can still be traced. Bitcoin is often described as anonymous, but a more accurate description is pseudonymous. A Bitcoin address appears as a string of letters and numbers rather than the identity of its owner. The blockchain records the addresses involved, the amount transferred, and when the transaction was added to the public ledger. Investigators can begin with a known ransom address and follow each recorded transfer across the network. Each on-chain transfer adds another public entry that can be mapped and compared with other known activity. Criminals may divide the funds, move them repeatedly, combine them with other transactions, or transfer them through several services. These techniques can obscure the trail, but they do not automatically erase the blockchain records beneath it. Specialized analysis can reveal transaction patterns and clusters of addresses that may be controlled by the same organization. A critical breakthrough often occurs when cryptocurrency reaches a business connected to the regulated financial system. United States businesses that accept and transmit convertible virtual currency as money transmitters are generally subject to federal anti-money laundering obligations. When funds reach one of those services, legal process may connect a wallet address to customer, account, or device records. Tracing the movement of cryptocurrency is not the same as identifying the person who controls it. Identifying a likely owner is also different from obtaining legal and practical control of the fund's perquis. A successful seizure generally requires legal authority and access to the relevant wallet, private key, or custodial account. The Colonial Pipeline ransomware attack showed how tracing and seizure can come together. In May 2021, Colonial Pipeline reported paying approximately 75 Bitcoin after an attack led the company to take portions of its infrastructure out of operation. The payment was worth roughly $4.4 million when Colonial made it. By reviewing Bitcoin's public ledger, federal investigators followed multiple transfers of the ransom proceeds. They identified approximately 63.7 Bitcoin at a specific address connected to the payment. A federal court authorized the seizure, and the recovered Bitcoin was valued at approximately $2.3 million at that time. The Justice Department disclosed that the FBI possessed the private key needed to access the address, but did not publicly explain how it obtained that key. The case demonstrated that a visible transaction history can support recovery when investigators also secure lawful access to the destination funds. Another recovery began with a Kansas medical center targeted by North Korean hackers using Maui ransomware. After more than a week without access to encrypted servers, the hospital paid approximately $100,000 in Bitcoin. The medical center notified the FBI and cooperated with the investigation. That cooperation helped investigators identify the ransomware and trace the cryptocurrency to China-based money launderers. In April 2022, the FBI observed an additional payment of approximately $120,000 from a Colorado medical provider attacked with the same ransomware. The following month, the FBI seized the contents of 2 accounts that had received funds connected to both healthcare attacks. The seized property was worth approximately $500,000, and the Justice Department began proceedings to return the ransom proceeds to the victims. Both recoveries illustrate why rapid reporting can materially improve an investigation. Victims can provide transaction hashes, wallet addresses, timestamps, payment amounts, ransom messages, and other evidence before the funds move farther away. Mixers, lightly regulated services, privacy tools, and transfers between different cryptocurrencies can make attribution and seizure substantially harder. Mixing services deliberately obscure the origin and destination of funds by combining transactions and adding additional layers. Complexity is not the same as invisibility, particularly when funds eventually reach a regulated exchange or another identifiable service. Even a clearly traced payment may remain unrecoverable when investigators cannot access the wallet or jurisdiction holding the assets. Cash can change hands without producing a permanent public history of every transfer. Bitcoin can move value without a bank authorizing each transfer, but it does not eliminate the public ledger. For ransomware groups, the paradox is simple. The payment can cross borders without a bank, while the record of its movement may remain visible indefinitely.